Hi, and welcome to Teletalk. I'm Liv.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode, you'll hear our carefully considered and not at all random thoughts on a show we like. There will be spoilers.
We're giving ourselves an age rating of 15 and above, but you're welcome to make up your own mind. Listener discretion is advised.
Back to Oak Island.
Returning to the Island of the Oaks.
What are we on?
We're on episode 12 of season 13.
Wow.
So next episode shall be 1313. Mwah! Dun dun dun.
Okay.
I needed a soundboard. I had to make my own.
Brilliant. I'm thrilled.
You sound it. Well, I think it's important before we get too stuck into Oak Island and stuff. I think it's important for me to cash in my apology that I'm due. Because one does indeed hew a rock.
Yep.
We looked it up. And Collins and Harper of the famous dictionaries sided with none other than myself.
I was very disappointed.
So,
So...
do you have something to say, Liv?
Well, oh no, I can't really remember what the deal was.
The deal was that whoever was wrong would apologise to the other on the podcast.
Is that what we
Yes,
said?
it's recorded. We're not going to keep going.
I don't remember that, though.
Do you need me to pause and play that bit back to you?
No. All right, fine. Ben, I am sorry. You are correct. You can indeed hew a stone, even though I think it's ridiculous.
Right, so good. It's good to have it acknowledged that I'm always right.
No.
Moving on to Oak Island. This episode is called A Fort Knight,
Like a fortnight, like 2 weeks.
carrying that solid tradition of really lame names.
Yeah. They do go to a fort and talk about the Knights of Malta, but it doesn't actually have anything to do with 2 weeks. It would have been better if they could have worked in both angles of that phrase.
Yes.
Do you agree?
They did. When I wrote this out for my notes, I wrote a fart night.
Oh dear. That's a very different thing.
Subliminal. I preemptively knew this was going to be a bit of a guff, but there you go.
You're saying this whole episode was a guff?
No, not all of it. Just some of it. The bits to do with the fort.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But we're not going to go to the fort first. You know where we're going to first, don't you, Liv?
We're going to the Big Dig, otherwise known as the Money Pit.
I wonder where you were going with the big duh.
Oh.
Big dig energy.
Yeah.
So they are drilling borehole CV-12.5, the top left of the Peacock.
Yep.
And boy howdy, is it fun times.
You know what I was thinking again? Why have they gone to the edge again? Surely they would be better to aim for the middle, especially because drill cores often move as they go down.
It's because they've got a sponsorship with Lady Gaga. The edge, the edge, the edge, the edge.
Right. Okay. Came out of nowhere.
As all the most funny stuff does, right?
Okay. That's open for interpretation.
Next week, Marty will be wearing a meat suit.
Oh,
Just to
God.
really date my age here.
Yeah. Okay.
Only the freshest pop references.
You've gone very off topic and I don't even know how it happened.
My brain, that's why I live.
Right.
Yeah, the Peacock. They do, yeah, they go to the edge. They're
know.
always drilling the edge.
What, like, aim for the middle?
Right between
You
the
might
eyes.
actually find the thing you're looking for.
I think they're afraid that if they do that, they might definitively not find anything. Then that's scary.
Yeah.
Because speaking of the edge, we get that fabulous animation of the big crate being knocked off the edge of a
off the edge,
ledge
yeah.
by being hit by the drill on the edge.
Yep.
The chapel vault all over again. I love that animation. It's so pessimistic and optimistic at the same time.
Yeah.
How does one even do that?
I don't know. But it was a good one. Because when they first showed us that, and I am talking about the Chapel Vault one from seasons ago now.
Bajillions ago.
I was thinking, oh man, that's such a shame. And then I was like, that's not real though. That's just what they think might have happened. That's not actually what happened. But I bought into it.
I'm sorry if I seem slightly distracted, but listeners, you can't see what I'm seeing, which is Liv sat with her leg up on a stool, kicking it back and forth like some sort of like Wild West saloon.
What?
And I'm really concerned that they're going to be able to hear that creaking.
No, it's fine.
Well, that'll be fun for me to edit later.
I'm telling you, it's fine.
Oh, that told me. This one was, again, the sort of the pattern that we had recently, right? They drill it. Charles finds nothing of interest. They describe it in the sexiest terms, though. Do you remember how they described it?
No.
A loose slurry of mud. Only the sexiest of Oak Island terminology.
I do know that they were quite pleased, though, because the sludge was the right consistency. That's exactly what they were looking for. Apart from treasure, this is what they were looking for. So they're sending it to the lab.
A gold coin will go through that like a hot knife through butter.
That's
don't
literally
you know?
what they said.
I love that this is where we've got to, right? We are celebrating that exactly what we wanted was slurry.
I know.
Woohoo!
We made it.
The glamour of Oak Island.
Yeah, so the money pit this time is a bit boring.
But there was one really interesting thing that sort of had slipped in there that I don't know whether you noticed.
Oh, okay.
I think we've got an answer to what they think the peacock is.
Right.
They seem to be saying that the peacock is what they think is a collapsed offset chamber that fell into the solution channel. That's what Terry Matheson was talking about. So I'm like, is that what the peacock is?
It's an odd shape, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But if it would just collapsed, I don't think things collapse in a uniform manner.
So are we thinking that it's a chamber plus some of the tunnel to get to that chamber?
Yeah, like the
because then in
sides
the
have
diagram
collapsed
it
in.
had the little stepped tunnel off of the 90-foot stone area.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe then the peacock shape, which is not a peacock, is actually the chamber and the tunnel leading to the chamber.
And then some of the rest that sort of caved in around it, I guess. I think it was last week or the week before where I think Marty was saying he wanted to figure out what the peacock actually was. And I'm like, you named it, mate.
I know.
So it seems like over the course of an episode or two they've progressed to, we think it's the offset chamber that we're totally sure was there.
Yeah.
As then they nicked the edge of it, it fell in. So
well, I mean, they've been talking for ages, haven't they? Years, in fact, about there being a loud collapsing sound 100 years ago.
That was where the peacock was born.
Except it's definitely the Nando's chicken.
Yeah, but again, they can't say that because of, like, royalties and branding.
Because of Nando's.
Yeah.
I can say all I want.
Yeah, you can. And you tell them, Liv.
I will. Maybe.
Yeah.
I have actually considered emailing them, you know.
Who?
Oak Island. I don't know how I'd go about that.
oak@island.com.
To Ricky.
That's a good start.
From Liv. Post it. I'm sure it'll get there.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure they listen, so just tell them now.
No. I'm not prepared.
Okay, well, just tell us your email and they can figure it out.
Yeah, I was just thinking about emailing or, you know, snail mail.
Right.
I don't really know why. Because I thought it'd be fun.
Right, okay. See, I thought you were leading into, like, you had something you wanted to say to them, but you got as far as I could contact them in some medium, be that digital or analog.
Yeah.
And that's as far as you got.
Well, because I thought about emailing, because that's, you know, what people do. And then I thought I don't actually know how I do that. So I thought snail mail would get there.
You sound about 100 years
eventually.
old.
But I hadn't quite figured out what I was going to say. Hence, I haven't done it. But, you know, I could talk about the Nando's chicken thing now.
You get on me about these pointless diversions, and you're basically saying, I thought about contacting them, but I haven't got as far as what.
Yeah.
I haven't even fully decided on how.
Well, I mean, maybe at the end of this season, I will have figured it out, because we'll have talked about it so much.
What a through line that is. keep listening, listeners, all the way to the end, and you might find that Liv has eventually made a decision. Spoiler, she almost certainly won't.
Oh.
She'll have forgotten about this by 10 minutes after we finish recording.
Rude.
True.
Rude.
True.
Okay.
Right, good. Please do feel free to just voice any idle thoughts that come into your mind at any given moment, Liv.
Thanks, Ben.
Speaking of, that's the end of the money pit, would you believe?
Well, yes.
For this episode. I'm sure there'll be more.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the entire drilling. But that leads us nicely onto the swamp. El Swampo.
This is looking less and less like the swamp every episode.
It's getting less damp and soggy with every moment, isn't it?
I just feel like when they're in the south end of the swamp, it's a bit more swampy. Maybe because we've spent more time there because they don't always have permission to do the north end. And now every time we're over the north end, I'm looking at it going, where are they?
Well,
what are they doing? Who's that?
The thing is, it's on Ton Nolan's land, so he probably keeps it a bit nicer because, like, there's residential there. He's got an house and that.
Also, I think this is contributing. The top of the swamp, the northern end, is the pointy bit of the triangle, right?
Well, I mean, technically there's 3 pointy bits to a triangle.
Yeah, but the actual pointy
It's
bit.
the top pointy bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Stop it. It's an equilateral triangle. I don't think it is.
Is it a Pythagorean triangle?
Honestly, I don't know. Anyway.
It's a pointy
Stop
triangle.
it. You're ruining my point. That was an accident.
Oh, this is what we've come to. Please, have you got 3 points? Is one of the points bigger and the other 2 are a bit smaller?
Stop it.
What's your angle?
I'm gonna forget.
Oh God, my eyes are watering. I can't read my notes.
Anyway, you don't need your notes. I'm telling you a thing.
Carry on.
The thing that I'm telling you is that at the northern point of the end, then because they're digging it up, it's not very pointy anymore because it's just
Oh God.
it's just a dig site. It's quite squarey.
A 3-sided square. So at the end of it, your point after all of that was that it's not pointy.
So I think
Your point
that's
was no point.
No, I think it's confusing me every time.
That came across.
Every time it's on screen, I'm like, I don't know where they are, and it's because it's not actually the bit that I'm expecting because they've dug it up and ruined it.
Okay.
In pursuit of treasure.
Yeah.
Or
Vault-like
toilets.
features, toilets, middens. Yes, is all I can say to that. Yes, that is a theory.
No, it's not a theory.
Right.
I'm just telling you.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that is why this looks confusing. Because they've ruined the end of the triangle.
Well, they have, and that's probably partly because Rick is mauling it with the most vicious-looking rake I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That thing looked dangerous.
I quite liked it, though.
That's not a terrifying thing to hear as your husband.
I was looking at it going, that is a nifty tool. And you and Dad are going, that looks vicious.
Yeah. Okay, well, you're getting insight into our marriage. But he uses it to find a buttload of pottery. Pottery.
Yeah.
And not just him. Suddenly Craig Tester's there. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah, they're just digging over there and they find loads as well.
Did you notice how Rick and
Gary?
Yeah, they find a pretty bit, white with detailing on, and he goes to the effort of putting it in a separate bag, and then they find some scrabbly old stuff that they don't really care about that much. That's the one that Laird's interested in. The pretty one, he's like, nah, modern. This one, this is the old stuff from Devon.
Yeah,
well, I presume it's from Devon. It's called something about Devon.
North Devon gravelware, which sounds super... Speaking of sounding sexy, gravelware. Can we get some gravelware?
Well, I mean, I don't think they make it anymore.
Don't they? Well, it was from... That stuff was from the 16 to 1700s, which they love that time period.
Yeah.
The other stuff was like, transfer printed from the 1800s, and so they basically chucked it in a bin.
Yeah, I was not fussed about that.
Boring.
But these were all found together, so surely that tells you something. Maybe the gravelware was in good nick. I mean, it's made with gravel, right? So it's going to be extra strong.
I feel like I should have looked it up, because you assume so.
Yeah, extra strong. So it survived, and then people were still using it hundreds of years later, and then they're like, oh, we need to leave this island now, chuck it all in a pit. So it might not actually be an indicator of time.
You know, I thought when you started off on this, it was going to be another pointy triangle thing, but that makes sense. I'm with you on this.
Well, because otherwise, how would it all end up together in a very concentrated pile in one bucket load from the digger?
I have no answer for you. You've probably solved it.
Yeah, unless it's a bin instead of a toilet. And they're like, oh, that's just where you put the broken stuff. Chuck it in.
Well, yeah, maybe you've solved it.
Yeah, one way or the
So
other.
they found a toilet and a bin.
Yeah.
Huzzah! And what they also find with Gary's metal detector is a big old lump of conglomerate.
He is so excited.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know what it is, but it's heavy and it's iron.
And he said this is the sort of thing he loves the lab for, because they'll get to look at it with all of the crustacean stuff removed.
Yes. Gary, a bigger fan of Emma Culligan's work than you.
No, I thought I can get on board with that. Then
Okay.
again, I think anyone could press the button on the machine to make it work. He could do it himself.
Quadrupling down at this point.
Just saying.
Yeah, but Gary doesn't do things himself, as evidenced by the fact that everyone digs for him. He ain't
I
pushing a
know.
button.
I know.
Ooh. But yeah, I thought this was really interesting because you said immediately that could be like a big
Chain.
bundle of chain again.
Yeah.
And they don't go that direction.
No.
They
I
go
thought they're wrong.
Okay.
I
so,
liked my idea.
So you think it's going to be a lump of chain?
Yes, I do.
They seem to think it was going to be like a bit of like a pulley or something to do with lifting. They've got that on their brain.
Yeah, but chain fits with that as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be interesting to see what it is. But they were like, see, look, diggy, lifty things. If they were because they're obsessed with finding another vault-like feature or a tomb-shaped toilet or
Yeah.
whatever. They are like, well, that would explain if they were lifting some treasure into the bottom of the toilet shaft.
Yeah. Did you notice how Rick was looking at this hunk of metal
Hunky.
that doesn't look like anything and going, I think something attached
Yeah.
here, and then this would have come round, and I was like, but you don't even know what it is yet.
By that logic, it looked like headphones, the way he was going like, oh yeah, curve. There would have been a curved bit here.
Yeah.
And, you know, if I imagine a few bits, this is basically an iPod.
He's just channeling Carmen Legg and doing it badly.
Yeah, he's like, I want to get in on the what the shit is this Carmen show.
Yeah. Everyone will remember if I get it right. If I get it wrong, we'll just never speak of my guess again.
He wants a spin-off show. Ricky takes a punt. But yeah, and that's kind of it. So that we don't even get to see them scan it. They're
No, we
teasing us
don't.
for next week. That's how
Yeah.
they keep you coming back.
It's unusual though, because this season we have been seeing stuff more quickly.
Yeah, but they do like to keep you on tender hooks
Yeah,
sometimes.
but I would have forgotten about that.
Well, maybe we'll try and remember next week. I reckon it'll be what they say, a bit of a pulley type thing. You reckon it'll be chain.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to end up being a key ring or something.
Yeah, something innocuous.
So, yeah, something really disappointing. Or they'll forget about it too. And that is the swamp. So now, reluctantly, I think it's time for us to take a trip to Fort Point. Are you excited?
I have mixed feelings about their trip to Fort Point.
I thought it was slightly pointless.
Did you?
Oh no, point. Oh god, there's a theme. You're working in like 4D chess with your points of a triangle, and now we're on Fort Point.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
This was my point all along.
Get to the point. What you have mixed feelings
Yeah,
about Fort
well,
Point.
I don't know. The historian that they spoke to,
Whose name I forgot to write down.
wow,
Historian lady.
she did not seem to be very interested in what they were talking about Oak Island.
No.
I'm like, dudes, you came here. Like, I know about here,
Yeah.
and what I know is fact, and what you're talking about is guesswork.
I felt like Alex Zergino was a little bit almost like aggressive.
Yeah, I thought it was quite pushy.
He had a Mardy episode, didn't he?
I don't know.
Because he had a big old, like, we'll get onto it later, but he had a bit of an argument with Fiona Steele, the archaeologist, over the boulder a bit later. So I felt like he had a bit of Aggie on him today.
I mean, it's probably all filmed on different days, and he might just be...
He's trying to assert his dominance as son of the owner.
Or the producer says, look, we need to film a discussion here. Someone needs to be the idiot and say the bad idea. And he's like, fine.
Yeah, following the family tradition. But yeah, it was interesting because towards the end she said, oh, I did all of my research so long ago, it's sort of nice to remember it all. And I'm like, wow. Plainly she's not sharp on it.
But she knew lots of stuff. She did come across as incredibly knowledgeable. But they've brought a load of guesswork to her, and she's like, yeah, maybe. Like, I don't know, because I work in facts.
Yeah, all of her responses were, it could well have been, or they might well have gone there.
And they were hanging on her every word, like, it's fact now, because she said.
Every time she said, well, they could well have gone to the island. We don't know, but they could well. And it was like, dun, 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 music.
Yeah. And they're looking at each other like, see?
OMG. And it's like, proof.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, yeah, whatever.
I was like, calm down a little bit.
You get to really see the when they have to really sort of strain the narrative a bit, and they're like, yes!
I did notice, because Emiliano went, didn't he?
Sacchetti.
And he brought up the book that he found that talked about the island of oaks. And so he presented this to her, like, ta-da! And she was like, well, I mean, there's lots of islands, and oak trees are fairly common. She didn't say that, but it's what she's hinting at, I think. And you could see him sort of deflate, and then he sort of retracted a bit, and we didn't hear too much more from him. Yeah,
because he brought up the death manifests for Isaac de Rosalie.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, it's really interesting that there's stuff missing. So plainly she knew about it. So I'm starting to think that Emiliano just found this. He didn't actually figure it out.
Yeah.
And then he's still peddling this flintlock. Like, could this have been one of the flintlocks?
And she's like, it is one.
Yeah, so... I mean, I can't prove it's not, I guess.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, when they show her the book, she's like, oh yeah, Josephus, I know that guy.
Yeah, and I thought, okay, that's lending it a bit more credibility.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that Emiliano's research isn't quite as groundbreaking as they make out. But I thought this Josephus guy, Flavius Josephus, seemed quite interesting, because they said that he's credited as one of the first historians to give a non-biblical account of Jesus Christ's life and death.
Yeah, and I thought, how? How do you do that?
With a pen, pencil, and your eyes.
But he's not from 2,000 years ago, is he? He's from like 200 years ago.
I don't know. No, I think he is. I think he is from back then.
Unless how has this book got references to Islands of Oak?
Wow. I don't know. Maybe I should have researched it more. Unless he was collating passed down accounts of it.
Yeah.
Is that his non-biblical historical accounts?
It's very interesting.
It is. It's very interesting. It sounded more interesting than the rest of that passage.
I feel like we need a bit more information on that particular aspect.
What I like with that, right, so they point out the drawing of Oak Island, and it does look like Oak Island. It's a little baby, but it's a tiny picture. And and they're
it's just an outline sketch, probably, 2 centimetres? Yeah. Like, it's not big.
And it's got a square box within another square box, and they're like, that is the vault. And I'm like, it's too small. Like, you might as well just go, look, there's some dust there. That's the money pit. So, yeah, that felt like stretching it a bit as well. They just want to go to Fort Point and check out the gift shop.
It's confirmation bias for them, isn't it?
We do hear that Isaac de Rosalie was a member of the Knights of Malta.
Yes.
And I love that when we were first introduced to the historian, over her shoulder was a wall art thing display about the Knights of Malta, and I was like, oh, here we go.
But because you pointed that out, and I thought, but weren't the Oak Island team like trying to discover if the Knights of Malta ever even came over this way? Well, there's evidence, like 20 miles down the road. It's been here for years.
It's got Matey's headquarters, whereas like
there's a whole building, there's a whole fort,
and that she was like, oh yeah, it's documented that he wrote to the Knights of Malta saying you should really set up a monastery over here, and they were like, well, that might be on Oak Island,
and they were talking about the links. Yeah, that's a link. That's a link. Like, oh my god, guys, this has been here for years.
And did you really enjoy that? They were like, here is a bead.
Yeah.
One of the beads they found.
Venetian
Did you find any of these here? Nope. But they might have traded with the Mi'kmaq. Dun, dun, dun.
I know. And I thought, they dropped that, didn't they? No more mention of the Mi'kmaq. We do not want to cease all work. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, no.
Oh, because that set me off on a whole train of thought here.
Oh, good. Here we go.
Which is that maybe the whole stuff on Oak Island is Mi'kmaq.
Well, they had flintlocks. Oh, they trade.
I'm just saying trade.
Yeah.
Like, they've literally got evidence of trade.
Oh. Yeah,
and that's why some of these things date back so far.
And like the bale of fabrics. Unusual in domestic. Trade. Oh.
And I'm thinking the Mi'kmaq would have just used the island. They would have known loads of techniques for doing stuff.
Oh. Oh, no.
they've been chasing the wrong dream.
Huh. That's really fascinating.
And maybe the Europeans went there just to sort of have a chat.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just
That's
saying.
traditionally what the Europeans went over to the New World to do, is just have a nice chat.
Well, we did see a few seasons ago, like many seasons ago, when we were talking about the Mi'kmaq people, that actually they were friendly.
Pretty chill.
And they did want to learn from the Europeans and pass over their knowledge of stuff.
And as we saw a number of seasons ago, they have found Mi'kmaq pottery.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I think...
You are blowing my mind this episode.
I know, right? I was very tired watching this, so
Yeah.
I think my mind did a lot more wandering.
Plainly, you do your best work on low energy.
Yeah.
You've genuinely blown my mind. You might have solved it twice over. I don't know how those two things can be coalesced together. But...
And that's why there's no evidence really of an awful lot of habitation, because they would have just lived somewhere else.
I just can't get over Emiliano carrying around that flintlock so desperately, trying it on anyone. Like, could this have been?
Yeah.
He's
Validate
latched
my
onto
research
that.
that actually I
Please.
stole from someone else.
Oh, bless him.
He has
might-
a good feel sorry for me face, doesn't he?
He does, and he's
Puppy dog eyes almost.
I'll tell you what, they give him a good edit, obviously, but again, like a lot of things with this team, I'm like, maybe it's not quite as brilliant as they make it out to be. Dun dun dun.
Well, the historian at Fort Point was not overly convinced.
No, but
I think she had a good day.
She had a lovely old time. She
Yeah.
got to be on telly. She got to
Yeah.
reminisce about stuff she dealt with ages ago.
Got to show off her knowledge.
I can't help but feel like they might have cut out the bit where she goes, I have a vague memory that it turned out that went nowhere. I moved on to other stuff.
Yeah, that was a dead end.
I tell you what isn't a dead end though. The Lot 8 boulder feature.
The Boulder Dash.
The Boulder Dash. Let's all dash to the boulder, because that is, let's face it, the MVP of these episodes right now.
Well, I thought this was a bit boring.
No, I liked it. Oh,
Well, they
what?
didn't really do anything.
Yes, but what do you mean they didn't do anything? We started the episode, they were having a war room discussion in which there was an argument, and Daddy Rick had to wade in and decide.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yes, because Marty and his team, his direct descendants, wanted to lift the rock, the Boulder Dash, and no one else did.
No, because Fiona Steele was there and was like, we can't lift it because it might damage the historical integrity of the site.
Yeah, and then Marty's team are like, well, we could do it carefully.
Yeah.
Like, we could just be careful, and then it'd be fine.
The archaeologists are all like, yeah, we're not going to lift it. And they're going, yeah, but if we I want to lift it because there might be treasure.
I think what they settled on is we're not going to lift it yet.
The preview for the next episode suggests that Marty wades in and goes, no, I really want to hit it with the excavator.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Yeah, look, I own this place, so I do what I like.
And also, it's a massive boulder. You can't get under it, really.
Because Fiona sort of says, well, I'm going to dig further under it. And they're all like, not too far under it,
And
right?
Led's like, you
You're
cannot go under the boulder. And she's like, yeah, I probably can.
I'm pretty sure later on we saw her half under that damn boulder. I was like, nah, you are braver than me. But we do then see them go to the boulder, and they are digging right under it and getting all. And they're talking about how, like, with their digging, it seems to suggest that this was previously all dug out. So, like, the circle of stone seems to be the perimeter of previous excavation.
Okay, I missed that bit. I was thinking about Mi'kmaq.
Triangles. But I think that's really interesting. I mean, it's not surprising, I suppose, because you can see that there's been workings around that boulder, but to have it, I don't know how, but I'm presuming that the texture of the soil or whatever suggests that it was all dug out. So there is definite human manipulation of the site, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then they shove a camera under it again.
Yeah, and that seems to be the sole purview of Peter Finetti. He's gone on the day's
They literally,
training.
as it Laird calls him, well, we've got our camera operator. Like, well done, Peter. You are now the camera
Snake
operator.
camera guy.
He does not the camera owner.
No, Marty owns
He's
the
just
camera.
allowed to use it occasionally.
He's related to the Laginas, and so he gets a proper job.
And this time, he doesn't even fully operate it himself. He just holds the screen.
And looks at it while Fiona jams it in there. She's like, no, I'm the only one that goes under this boulder.
Again,
That's my job.
talking of things that I could do, I could hold that screen.
Yeah.
I could sit on the floor and hold it and look at it while someone else shoves the camera
And
down.
to be fair, Rick has to wade in and take that job off him as well. Because they're sticking that under, and they get a few feet under, and they see a round shiny thing.
Yeah, and I would have just gone past that.
Yeah, because it was plainly a shiny stone, right?
I don't know what it is, but I really, really don't think that it's a pearl, which is what they assume.
Rick, I wrote a quote, Rick declares, that's a pearl.
Yeah.
And then about 5 minutes later, when they were like, well, we don't know what it is, he goes, well, I never said it was a pearl. I'm not saying it's a pearl. I'm like, roll the tape.
Yeah.
Roll that tape, Rick, because you were loudly shouting, that's definitely a pearl. That's a pearl, right?
But why would someone just abandon one solitary pearl?
I think they're suggesting that either it fell off of stuff, like some treasure, or...
Convenient.
It rotted away. Because Alex had a genius theory, because they also see what they think is like a metal spike.
That was annoying, screen-wise, because they put a red
tinge on it, and it just wouldn't go away.
I know, and then you think, okay, well, you've shown us where it is, now show us what it actually looks like again, so that we can try and see it. They didn't do it for ages.
And I was expecting to be like... Okay, there really is stretch there. And then when it does fade out, I'm like, well, you didn't need the red bit. It's really obviously a spike-looking thing.
They did need the red bit.
But they were like... Oh, Alex's theory was that, like, well, I think that was probably in a wooden structure that was under there, but that's
box.
rotted away. Yeah. And Lev, throwing him a bit of a bone, is like, well, the soil is quite acidic. And acid... Alex is like, yes, see, it would have rotted away, and it would have just been the metal. And it's blue... tinged, and so that
happens, right? That happens. Led's like, yeah, that does happen.
And he's like, well, that would be consistent with it being under a rock and having no air. And I'm like, apart from the void that's under there, which would have air, presumably.
Maybe it's the oxygen in the air.
Oh, maybe it was the pearl. It's affected the air with its pearlescent gleam. But they're like, well, there's a pearl under. That's why Marty's getting the excavator out here. Right. There was a pearl.
No one's going to just drop a pearl and then put a boulder on top of it. They're just
that's a sweeping statement. Plainly they have. Didn't you hear Rick?
Have they not considered that it's cannon fodder? No?
Well, that's not shiny, though. That was definitely a pearl.
This wasn't shiny.
Well, we weren't the one... To be fair, you're not the snake camera operating expert.
True.
But I love their solution to all of this.
Move the boulder.
No. Bring in the shop vac.
Yeah.
You're going to get the shop. I bet they still don't show us.
No, I bet they don't.
They've talked about it, though, so they should show us, and you'll get your shop vaccine. See, they listen. They listen to you. Liv wants the shop vac.
Pre-edited. Yeah, they're definitely doing it.
I love their solution is to just stick a vacuum in there and suck it all up.
Yeah, they'll never find it.
We're going to look stupid if that is a pearl. And
it's not a pearl.
I know, but hypothetically, if it turns out it is, we're going to look stupid.
They are hopeful that there's a treasure chamber, right? A treasure box, buried, marker on the top, giant boulder. Yeah. That's ideally what they want to find. Why, then, would they bury a chest, then put some dirt on it because of the burying, then just drop one pearl and then put the boulder on? They wouldn't.
It might have fallen out of their pocket or out of the bag or something.
No, I'm not buying it.
Do you know what? Oh, I'm going to make a prediction. These always go well, right? Well, you know we've had those flagstones.
Yeah.
I think they're going to lift the rock, they're going to find a layer of wood, and then it's going to be like a money pit 2.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to dig down there, and then it'll flood. And we're going to be like, whole new series.
Starting from the beginning.
13 more seasons of this.
Thing is, I'm not saying that there isn't a chest or whatever under there.
It sounds like you
I'm
are.
just saying that if there is, no one's just put a pearl on the top of it.
Imagine if that is actually a shiny stone, but they find a chest full of pearls.
Great stuff.
And that neatly moves us to the end of the episode.
Yep.
That theory of a box of pearls is totally going to happen.
Is it a theory or is it a wish?
It's neither.
You don't even want a box of pearls.
No, because I don't really... I think I don't want them to find anything.
Oh, really?
No, I kind of just think I want them to keep doing this. I want them to realise that the real treasure is the archaeology, and for them to figure out what's what.
I've done that.
He has a bit, hasn't he? But he's still, whenever there's a hint of treasure, he's still declaring things to be pearls.
I don't want them to give up on the treasure. If they give up on the treasure, the story doesn't mean as much.
No, that's true. So we need a bit of both. I just want them to throw divers into increasingly perilous situations.
Yeah.
Right?
So you want there to be some sort of pit that they have to send a diver into.
I don't want anyone to die, but I definitely want them to be at risk of dying.
Peril.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
Okay.
Yes, knife edge peril.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but everyone to be fine.
Okay, and that would get you a 7 out of 7.
Oh God, yeah. It might even get me an 8 out of 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does this episode get?
Well, this episode I've rated 5 sexy piles of loose slurry out of 7. There were some ups and downs to this one.
Yep.
The Fort Point can piss right off. That was boring and pointless, and I hate it. I'm unnecessarily
strong
angry
feelings
about it. The swamp was dull, the money pit was dull, but the Lot 8 feature
winner
delivering it's a pearl. I'm not saying it's a pearl. Malarkey. The Alex Lagina getting really aggressive and arguing against actual experts.
Really aggressive.
Oh, he was.
No.
Oh, he was Mardy, and he was going he was arguing against the people that know things.
Yeah.
Stop it, Alex.
Archaeologists are reluctant people.
I enjoyed the impotent nepotism.
I mean, how are you going to get anything done if you don't push forward? The archaeologists move so slowly.
Yeah, but that's
and they're all like, we can't destroy it.
Yeah.
Well, you need to destroy it to figure out what's underneath.
No, the problem is, if you just destroy stuff and you realise, oh, there wasn't treasure, but that was an important historical site, you then go, oh dear, we done smashed it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll do a 3D image of it and it'll be absolutely fine. Anyway, my rating, quite low this week. I found it quite dull.
So what, 7 out of 10?
No.
Oh, God.
I know. I'm going for a 5.
The worst Oak Island score.
Yeah.
This is the worst Oak Island could be for you. This is a sad day.
It's a sad day. I mean, it probably didn't help that I was tired watching it and it was a struggle to keep focused. But I just felt like every area we went to wasn't overly interesting. It could have been better, and we have had better. I mean, so I was a bit disappointed.
The amount of idle theories that you'd half finished and half thought through suggest that you weren't really being engaged.
No.
The triangle discussion. Have you decided yet as to what you're going to message them about, or indeed how you're going to, what medium you'll use to contact the team?
No, I'm going to wait how the rest of the series goes.
Was it the Fellowship of the Dig you were contacting, or the island itself?
Well, it was going to be Rick directly.
Oh, Rick?
Yeah.
Why Rick and not Marty?
Well, because Rick's the passionate one. I mean, Marty's just like, whatever my brother wants.
I want to write to Jack.
Jack Begley.
Yeah. Although he's not on the island.
No, we've seen him a few times on the screen.
Yeah, on the calls.
I don't know. It might end up being whoever is the easiest to get hold of.
Are you going to start sending hate mail to Emma Culligan?
No,
is that what it is?
I do not hate Emma Culligan.
Oh, do you know who we should write to? Carmen Legg and tell him he's awesome.
Oh my God, yeah, he needs to know. He probably already knows, but I feel like I need to tell him.
He has the casual confidence of a man he knows he's the dude.
Yeah.
And on that note, that fanboy note, that's all, folks.
Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Toodles!